Is a crisp morning. Well, there's two of my kids out the door. It is a very crisp morning this morning. It is 51 degrees here in PA. And I'm taking you with me to let the ducks out this morning. Oh, I hear them. It was their first night in their own duck house. I was super anxious all night long. We should probably get them food first. I was super anxious all night long because it was their first night out in their big house, because they're biggie ducks now. They're not baby ducks. So they were able to go from the house outside in their biggie house. And ooh, it is chilly today. I'm loving it though, because my soul lives in the fall. I love cold air. I love it. I'm just waking the ducks up this morning. They spent their first night outside in their big house because they're biggie ducks now, and a little bit nervous how their first night went. It is chilly, but they have lots of insulation. Ducks, are you up? Hi, good morning. They seem to be up. We're getting their food and water ready first. So when they come out, they have breakfast. I was nervous all last night. I kept checking the camera because we have raccoons in the area, and raccoons love to snack on ducks. So I was super nervous all last night. Even though we spent all weekend predator proofing the big house, and I know we did a good job, it still is a little nerve-wracking. So we're going to get them up for the day, get them water and food. There's Livy. I thought Liv would be like a little mean to the ducks, but she's been really good. She's actually, I think, a little scared of them. Raccoons love to snack on most anything. Yeah, they're called the dumpster panda for a reason. All right. I got 73 locks on this door because I'm so afraid of something getting them. I'm going to put you down for a second. Hold on. Do these keys not work for this? Okay, here we go. Lock one off. If you're just tuning in, I'm here. I'm just unlocking the 72 padlocks that I have on the ducks' new house. It's for the simple fact that I don't want them to get eaten. All right, moment of truth. Here we are. guys. Did you enjoy your first night in your biggie house? Huh? Did you? You made a little mess. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Hi. Did you enjoy your first night? Come on. Come on out. Are you gonna come out? Well, you're all alive and nothing got in. So I think that night one is a success. You spilt your water everywhere. So we're gonna have to change your bedding before too long. Breakfast is served. Hi, Adam. Hope you're well as well. My ducks spent the first night in their big house last night. It is like it's too much for them to come out. They're like shell shocked, I think. Like, you put me out into the wilderness like I'm a wild bird or something. We filled up their pool before bed last night, so I'm wondering if they'll go to the pool. What's the tuft on the back of the right hand duck's head? Oh, so the little poof on the back of the middle duck's head, when I bought them, I thought it was like an extra thing of feathers, like a cute little accessory. But after I got them home and I did some research, it turns out that that is a brain injury. So it is a neurological issue that the body grew around, and it's actually a hole in their skull. And the little poof is just their body compensating for that. And she's actually a little girl, and I named her Lady Poppins because she reminds me of Mary Poppins. So Lady Poppins has a little bit of a brain issue. We will have to keep an eye on her for some neurological issues. And if she starts displaying any symptoms, we'll have to take her to the vet. They can live a very healthy life with their brain injury, but some do tend to decline very rapidly. So we just have to keep an eye on her. We have one little boy. He's the biggest one in the back. He always lets his queens ahead of him, and he rounds up the back there. And his name is Sir Nibbles because he nibbles on everything. And then the other little lady up front is Lady Vivian. And Vivian is the spicy ducklet. She is loud and bold and fearless and gives no F's. She's the rebel of the flock. Are you guys going to get in for a morning swim? A morning swim. Come on. You want to get in? They're like, it's a little too cold. It's only 51 degrees out here. It looks like their energy levels are great this morning, so they must not have had too horrible of a night in their house for the first time. So that makes me happy. I was doing some research and they said don't be alarmed if they're very like skittish and shy and just want to hunker down the first morning after, because they're a little bit traumatized, a little bit panicked. But these three seem to be doing great. So that makes me really happy. If you're just tuning in, the duckling trio spent their very first night in their big duck house last night, and they were out of the spare room. Oh, there they go, into the water. Out of the spare room, out of the comfort of in the house. And I was doing some research and it said don't be alarmed if like the first morning out of their big house they're a little bit shy and want to hunker down. But they seem to have lots of energy this morning, getting in their pool, eating their breakfast. So it must not have been too horrific of a night. Oh, have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, Mr. Belay. I hope you enjoy this chilly morning. That bird is really happening this morning. Oh, there's Lady Gray Fox. She's on the prowl already this morning. She likes to sit atop the fence. Are you guys gonna get in or just watch? So if you're just joining, the duckling trio here spent their first night in their big duck house. And this is the morning after. And they seem to be doing great. Their energy is great. They ate breakfast. They're having a little, well, this one is having a little swim. So they seem to be doing well after their first night. It was a chilly night too. It was 50. So their first night out of the big house, or out of our spare room where everything was cozy and warm, was a little bit of a shell shock, I'm guessing. But they seem to be doing great. The little duck that's in the pool right now, that is Lady Vivian. And Lady Vivian is my fearless, bold, loud duckling. She has no F's to give. Down here is my little boy. He is Sir Nibbles. And then this little girl here is Lady Pippin. Or nope, Lady Poppins, that's her name. Mary Poppins was the inspiration because she has a little fur hat on, little feathered hat. It reminds me of Mary Poppins. So their morning after being in their own house outside, they have lots of energy. They're eating, they're scavenging here, and they seem to be doing fine. So it must not have been too horrific or too traumatic, which makes me very happy. My husband and I spent... What are you guys doing? Good morning. They're like, you threw me out in my own house, outside, like I'm a wild animal or something. But they seem to be doing good. Anthony and I spent a huge bit of our weekend predator proofing their house. We put up some motion lights on the outside of the fence. We put a lot, probably 3 or 4 boxes of mothballs on the outside of the fence as well. That is supposed to deter skunks, because skunks will eat them. The motion lights are supposed to deter the raccoons, because raccoons will eat them as well. We hardwired clothed the bottom of the house about 2 feet out, covered it with soil and stone, like big pavers, so that nothing can dig underneath it. We put some hardwire cloth in the vents, the windows up top, so nothing can get in there. We also screwed down, there's like a door right here. We screwed that down, and we put a padlock on this front door. And then this side door here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 locks on the outside of that big door, because I've heard like horror stories of raccoons actually opening different locks and different things to get into the ducks. So I put padlocks and other locks on that door so that they couldn't get in. And so far, oh, I also installed a camera. So we are really locked down. And they spent a good time in there Saturday, getting used to it. And then last night was Sunday night, and that was their first night in it by themselves. This morning they looked cozy and cuddled up, and so I'm very thankful that they had a good first night and it wasn't traumatic. Liv, are you watching your ducklings? You're a good big sister. You keeping them safe, huh? And there's Lady Gray Fox, already out and about this morning, trying to, kill my wildlife that I feed. Lady, kitten. Kitten. She's on the prowl. This one guards the ducklings, which is great. So I'll be heading to work today, and these guys will be hanging outside. But yeah, night 1 of them outside in their big house went good. I do know that a possum and a raccoon did visit my bird feeders on this side of the yard, but their house is over here. But they didn't venture over, so maybe the bird feeders are good to have, like a distraction maybe. Why are you crying? You don't like Lady Gray Fox up there, huh? But yeah, night 1. Done. I had a lot of anxiety last night. I think I checked the cameras every hour, if not more, just to make sure that they were okay, that they were settling in. They seem to be doing fine. They have a lot of energy this morning. They ate already. My research said don't be alarmed if the night or the morning after their first night in their big house that they're like a little lethargic, they're shy, they are timid, they're hunkering down. Not these three. They're out the gate, eating, swimming already. Ah, hello, peeps. So that's pretty awesome that they're doing really good. They're just foraging. So they're doing good, which is great. So there's a little duckling update. They spent their first night in the big house, and we are 100% sure that we have 2 girls and 1 boy. The little boy is Sir Nibbles. Sir Nibbles is quite the gentleman. He's very quiet and loving and loves to be held. Then we have the littlest girl, which she's in the middle there. Her name is Lady Vivian. She's my fearless, bold, rebel, loud girl. And then on the end here with the little hat, the extra hat on top of her head, that is Lady Poppins. She was inspired by Mary Poppins, and she is my quirky, funny, silly duckling that always gives me a laugh. She also loves love. She's kind of like the go with the flow, hippie, cool cat of the flock. So yeah, we have 2 girls and 1 boy, and they spent their first night in their big house, which they made a mess in there, so I'm gonna have to clean that when I get home from work. And their first night went well. I don't see any signs of something trying to get in. We did predator proof this house all weekend. We worked really hard on hardwire cloth and stone and all the things that the internet suggested. We put motion lights up. We put mothballs on the outside of the fence, camera. So they're pretty much strictly outside now. And then yesterday I scrubbed up their spare room that they were in and put that all back in order. So it's kind of like a bittersweet moment. They grow up super fast. They're 7 weeks old today, and they're already outside because they're already biggie ducks, which is crazy how fast they like grow. Kitten, what are you doing up there? Trying to get birds. But yeah, first night in their biggie house. Success. I think it went very well. Little anxious for me, but the first night is down, and now they're officially moved out. The duck trio. Hi, Danny. I was just telling everybody about how the duckling trio spent their first night outside in their biggie house. And that this morning they seemed to be energetic and foraging and eating, so it must not have been as traumatic for them as it was for me. We have the guard dog. She loves these ducklings. At first I was like, oh no, like she might eat them and think they're chicken nuggets. But no, she guards them and protects them. Even if like, that's my cat right there. Even if the cat gets too close, the cat won't hurt them because she's too scared of them. But she'll come over and be like, listen, kitten, step back. All right, I'm gonna go get ready for work. I just wanted to pop on here and give a duckling trio update. We got 2 girls, 1 boy. Lady Vivian, Lady Poppins, and Sir Nibbles. And they spent the first night in their biggie house outside. And they're 7 weeks old today. They grew up super fast. Like, very, very fast. We got them from Tractor Supply when they were 2 weeks old, and they have tripled, doubled, quadrupled in size since then. Gotten feathers, learned to swim. I mean, it's incredible, these ducks, how fast they learn. All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye now.